everybody. Tina from Winds of Intuition here for our weekly AstroChakra reads. And we're going to do them with the stones today again because I'm really liking how they worked out and everybody seemed to like them as well. So, as always, I break up the zodiac signs or birth signs into the elementals. So they're in 4 separate videos and 3 signs in each element. So fire, water, earth, air. And they'll each have their own video. And this video is for the air signs. Yay! I'm an air sign, so a little partial. But these readings today will be from today, May 13th to May 19th, 2019. I hope you guys had a great weekend and a great start to your day today and ending as well to the new week. And that you continue to have a great week, Libras. I want to thank you all for being here and supporting me as well. I couldn't do this without you guys, so I really appreciate everybody that's subscribing and liking this on Facebook and sharing it with their friends and family. I'm also going to write down here when I'm starting so I can keep up with your timestamps. So, like I said, it's air signs, so we're going to start with Aquarius, then go to Gemini, and then Libra. Alright, air signs, let's go here. Aquarius. What is Aquarius? I need chakra-wise. Aquarius. I pulled the Amethyst, which seems to be pretty popular tonight. I think there was at least one in each reading, I want to say anyway. Or just a lot of the upper chakras tonight. So the amethyst has to do with the third eye chakra, which is where we get our intentions, our divine wisdom, spirit guides. It also helps us with our clair abilities like clairvoyance, clairaudience. I can never say them right, but the clairs for the smell and the taste. I know. I should know them. I'm just trying to hold on to this Aquarius and see what I'm getting. So right away, as I'm tuning in, the top of my head is kind of pulsing down to kind of where I call kind of like where your hat would sit here in the middle of your forehead. Very warm, but almost like a pulsing feeling. So some of you Aquariuses might be getting this feeling of a lot of energy coming in. So what I'm feeling is that you're getting a lot of again, I'm getting a lot of awakening messages the last week or two. So I'm hearing awakening. So some of you Aquariuses might be getting extra energy brought into these upper chakras. So of course, our third eye is filtered through our crown. Like I said, that's where our crown is where our life force comes in. That's our connection to the divine, to the universe. Divine, whatever you'd like to call it. And then that filters down to the third eye, which is the intuition, the gut feelings, the seeing of things, the dreaming of things, the telepathic, the smelling, feeling of the energy. My ears are ringing as well, so I'm going to say a lot of you Aquariuses might be getting some clairaudient abilities coming through with this. And ones that already have this ability, Aquariuses, that you already have the clairaudience, it might be heightened. Because I'm clairaudient, but there's different ways of hearing. So some people hear it in their own voice or are like thoughts of somebody talking to them. Some actually hear them talking. Some see the words. And then I get kind of like the strain on the eyes. So you might be having some eye strain, ear ringing. So that tells me the clairaudient and the clairvoyant. I'm sorry. Sometimes when I'm tuned in, you just kind of go and again, when you see me with my eyes closed or with my head down, I'm not trying to like ignore you guys or like it's because I have a piece of paper here where I'm writing. Sometimes things come out in writing. I'm also focusing on a blank piece of paper for clairaudience, and sometimes I have to close my eyes in order to see and to hear. So please don't think I'm trying to ignore you. I'm just trying to get the best messages for you guys that I can. So yeah, a lot of ear ringing, eyes kind of sore, maybe even blurry. So that's more of a sight clairvoyant. You might start getting more sight things as far as maybe seeing pictures in the third eye, seeing words, seeing colors. And I'm getting a little bit of a knot in my throat as we're speaking of this. So some of you that aren't used to this or are just coming into this, it might, or even some of you that have had it, you're just and haven't worked with it as much or vocalized it. I feel a knot in my throat, Aquarius. So you might need to speak up about these gifts. Maybe either asking for help or looking for classes if it's something that you're not used to or know how to work with. And of course, we learn and evolve every day. So like I said, some of you that already have these abilities, I feel that if you only had one or the other, you might be coming into the second, or it might just be really fine-tuning or adding to the abilities you already have as far as clairvoyance and clairaudience. And possibly the smell and taste. But I'm really focusing on the eyes and the ears. So just know, Aquarius, that almost feeling of, it's almost like a pressure, but then almost kind of like when somebody's messing with your hair, to a pulsing. So it might be different things for different people, or a combination of all that for each one of you that are having this. But it's because you're kind of getting blasted with all this new energy coming in to provide to either start your clairs or your abilities, gifts, whatever you want to call them, or to heighten the ones you already have, Aquarius. So just try not to become too emotional, or you can become emotional, but don't let that override things, and make sure that you're speaking up, because emotion sometimes can cause the throat chakra to close as well, because, you know, those of you that are new to this might feel like, well, geez, people are going to think I'm weird, or my friends are going to think I'm weird, my parents aren't going to understand this. Don't worry about that. You have these gifts for a reason, and if this is what you feel you want to do and move forward with them, do so. There are no mistakes, is what I'm hearing. And just start learning about them and talking to people that you know are safe and okay to talk to this about, that are like-minded, different groups. You know, you'll find people in these lives, in these videos, that are more than glad to help you, Aquarius. Lots of courses with good people too, that start right at the beginning, to people that are, you know, I still take classes, so never think that you stop learning with this, because you don't. So that's just the main thing for you, Aquarius. Really just try to just take it all in without getting too overwhelmed. And when you do, just try to reach out and vocalize what's going on. Relay your messages. If you're having a hard time doing that face-to-face, you can have a journal and write them down in there as well. So at least you're getting it out and you're stopping all those emotions, Aquarius. And you can carry the amethyst. That's good for helping. The third eye, fluorite purple, even like the chevron amethyst. It's the purple and the white because, you know, the crown is kind of working with this. So anything that's white and purple will help you immensely this week while this is going on. And it'll also help with your sleeping patterns, because sometimes when we get these pulses, it kind of throws our schedules off, and you'll know what I mean if this is resonating with you. So, amethyst. Alright, guys, that is for Aquarius. Gemini. 36. Gemini, this is for you. What does Gemini need to know chakra-wise this week? I don't know if one of you Geminis has a headache right now that is going to be watching this, or is right at this moment. But as soon as I started tuning into the Gemini, my head started to hurt here on the right back side, kind of behind the ear. And this doesn't mean it's all Geminis, it just might be who is watching right now. But Gemini, I pulled the sacral for you. This is red jasper. Actually, it's not the sacral, I'm sorry. It is the root chakra. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, it's late. I had technical problems today, so that's why this is getting on a little late. So it's like 1 o'clock my time, so bear with me. I'm a little bit tired, but I wanted to get this done for you guys. So, alright Gemini, this is red jasper, and it is for your root chakra. They are telling me sacral, so this Gemini is going to be both to do with your root and your sacral, I believe. Because they're not letting me go with the sacral, so that might be why that not so much a mistake happened. Like they say, that's never a mistake. So just let me hold this for a minute, Gemini. Your creativeness has been very heightened, or you've been very much working on a project, or projects is what I want to say. So that would tie in with the sacral. Now what I'm also getting though with this creativeness is it's kind of, you're very busy. So I don't really want to, I want to say pulled in a lot of different directions. But sometimes I know when we're trying to get something done, because the root chakra has to do, or the base chakra has to do with the essentials in life. What we need as far as shelter, food, water, essentials, shelter, you know, enough money so we can get those things, our health, our, you know, our children, family. That's all what the root chakra has to do or the base chakra has to do with. So whatever you've been working on or whatever you've been working for or towards, is also, it has to do with bringing your family, doing better for your family in a way. Like, you want to make sure you're making the right decision. So it's not so much, I don't really feel this is, I mean, there's worry there, because worry always throws us off grounding or feeling stable. But it's like, it's just that, I feel that it's just that you're really busy. Like I said, I don't know, like I said, if this is, because there's so much creativity coming into this with the sacral that I'm not sure if this is like business-wise, classes-wise, or if this is more like moving for a job or a big move that has to do with yourself, you know, your essentials, or you and your family's essentials. But what they're saying too with the grounding being off is just scattered, kind of scattered. You're kind of putting your energy everywhere instead of being more structured, I guess is what I want to say. Just need to pull it in a little bit. It's not that what you're doing is bad. There just needs to be a little bit more structure into it, Gemini. Because I just feel all this energy. So you have a lot of energy, Gemini. It's like, and I'm also very thirsty. I know that sounds funny when I tell you guys that you need to hydrate, but Gemini, you need to drink some water. I feel like you're go, working on whatever this is. Like I said, I don't know, like I know moving is a big ordeal. It takes a lot of things. It has a lot of people involved, because I feel like you have other people involved as well. So again, that could be a move, it could be business, it could be a project that you're working, you know, with other family with, or maybe it's a family business. Or, you know, I just see it as more, it's for you, but you're working with others to get this goal accomplished, whatever this is that you're doing. But I feel whatever it is has to do with creativity, like you've put a lot of time and effort towards whatever this is, moving this forward in a very creative way. And just a lot of energy, Gemini, wow. But they're saying that you need to get out in nature, because when you're not grounded, that also means that that's the chakra that's our connection to nature. Our connection to Mother Earth. And sometimes when we get really focused on even when it's what we need and want and have, not even our want, what we need to have to survive, even though we need that, we can't be too overly focused on it, because then we kind of get in our own way. Plus we get blinders on and we let other things fall to the side that, yeah, we reached that goal, but we missed out on that memory. We missed out on, you know, if it's a child's play, we missed out on that because we were working to get this, or we missed out on birthday parties, or just missing out on moments and things that you can't get back because you were too focused on just this one thing. So they want you to get out in nature, Gemini, and just kind of, I'm hearing breathe, like, just take a minute for yourself. Because this is for yourself, or for yourself and your family. But you need to take a few breathers and just let it breathe a little bit itself. Don't let it be constant. Breathe, release it, go out into nature. Go out and walk in the woods. I'm seeing photography, so I don't know, Gemini, if there's some of you watching, or that that's something that really makes you at ease, is photographing nature. And then at the same time as you're photographing it, it reminds you that simple things sometimes can bring the most pleasure. So even though we're working hard and we're working towards a goal, it's not always we always got to make sure, is this really, do we need all this? Or is this really putting all this time here instead of maybe not having all this extra fun money? Instead of having all this time spent with my family or memories doing what I wanted to do before I get to a certain age or things I want to accomplish before I start a family. Just remember all that. They're having me bring that up, Gemini. So always remember to stay, you know, keep your focus, but also remember the simple things, the memory, the times that are not to do with making a living or making sure we have food, making sure we have this and that. Just the everyday simple things is what I keep getting, Gemini. And take a break. Like I said, they really want you to get out in nature. You're going to find that balance again. It's going to center you more. It's going to calm your thoughts. It's even going to help you structure whatever this is with more ease. So good luck, Gemini, this week. And you can wear things that are red, black, carry stones that are red or black, Gemini. Those are all grounding. Petrified wood, very grounding. Eating foods of those colors. Meditation, music. But really the main thing they told me is they really want you out in nature. And like I said, I started seeing somebody doing pictures and getting very much grounded and appreciating nature again. All right, Libras, last one. Putting the time down there. All right, Libras. Ooh, one fell out. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Tipped it over the wrong way. All right, Libras, what do you need to know chakra-wise this week? All right, Libras. Solar plexus. This is citrine. Citrine is a great stone. Very much for the solar plexus, so this has to do with the solar plexus, Libra, which has to do with our self-esteem, self-confidence, knowing our path, being comfortable with ourselves. Soon as I start to focus, Libra, the first word I hear is healing. So as I tap into this, a lot of Libras have really been working on their solar plexus, working on balancing their confidence again. And as I'm speaking of that, I'm starting to get a knot in my throat. So Libras, I feel that some of you that are healing are still going through a lot of emotion. You're releasing these emotions, but to a certain point, you're still not communicating them, Libra, is what I'm getting. The guides are telling me again, you have been doing great work with this, Libra. You've really been putting your time in, working on your solar plexus, clearing it, going through and forgiving. I'm hearing the word forgiveness. And they're reminding me when we're going through this, the end product is wonderful. Going through it isn't always. So I think the emotions I'm feeling are those that you, Libra, are trying to heal, forgive, and get through. And maybe it's you haven't got all the way there yet. You're very close. But there's still some things that need to be said, Libra, to finish off this healing. And remember, they want me to tell you again, Libra, you have to remember, when I say forgive, or when you hear forgiveness, right away people seem to think that if you forgive that person, that made it okay. Whatever they did to you, how small or how horrific the thing that they did to you or said to you or hurt you physically, emotionally, sexually, I mean anything like that. Even as easy as just hurting your feelings. Like I said, from minor to heinous. I mean, I can't... The feelings that I'm feeling are in that range right now for you, Libras. And Libras really strive for balance. So I feel that you've really been working on this because you want to strive for that balance. You don't want to be this, for better words, broken and always hurting. And I mean, it's okay to be broken. But you want to heal that brokenness to the state of your gaining from that hurt, not going the other way. I don't know how to explain it. That hurt will bring out learning, will bring out lessons if you're trying to heal it. When you're just putting it down and down, that's what it's doing. It's bringing you down. It's bringing your self-esteem down. And the longer you do that, the harder it's going to be to get healed and move forward, because the longer we do this, the twice as long it is to change it. It's a learned thing after a while. And sometimes, Libras, we are very hard on ourselves in every aspect. So even our healing to us, we're very hard on ourselves. But they want me again to say it doesn't mean that what they did was okay. You are doing this forgiveness for you. You and nobody else. You're forgiving that so you can heal it and move forward. Not so they get off from what they did or that it was all right. No. Not at all. It's just you're letting that go for yourself so you can move forward. And that's what they're saying. Let the rest of the crap go, but you have to speak about it. And that can be journaling if you don't want to speak out loud. If you're seeing a counselor, you can do it there. A good friend that you can confide in. Journaling, like I said again, writing it down. But get it out, Libra. Because that is stifling the emotions, and you don't want all this work for none to have to go back and redo it again. Because it'll stay there and wait for you until it's ready to... It's not going to just magically go away, even though sometimes we wish it would. Believe me. I've wished that many times myself. So just forgive yourself. Quit being so hard on yourself is the main message here, Libra, is what I'm getting. Quit being so hard on yourselves. Everybody is perfect in their own way. They're on the path they're supposed to be for a reason or another. We don't always understand it. Most of the time we don't. But in the end, there's always a reason. And sometimes it's the hard way to learn that reason, and other times it's not. But in the end, we're still learning the same message. It's just about the way we do it and forgive ourselves and let ourselves heal. That's the big message I'm getting for a lot of Libras this week. Let yourself heal. Forgive yourself. Know you are enough. Know you are loved. Another message I'm getting is love yourself. Love yourself. By doing all this, you are showing you love yourself. Just keep doing it. And while you're doing it, make sure that you're keeping balance with everything else. Your diet, your sleep, what you have around you. Keeping toxicity away. Keeping old patterns away. Not letting yourself get into that rut again. But you can do this, Libra. You are doing it. They're just reminding you that you're doing an awesome job, and they want you to know that you're loved, you are enough, you're perfect the way you are. Just continue, forgive, release. Love yourself, heal, continue, release, and continue. You're doing yourself a great service, and yes, I know how hard it is. I've been there. I'm still there at times with certain things, but we gotta quit being so hard on ourselves, Libra. Give yourself a break. De-stress in whatever way that you can. Nature, go out in nature. Nature is always the best medicine for everything. You find such joy and simplicity out in nature that sometimes when we're down and doing healing work, sometimes we just kind of need that moment of, wow, that's simple, that's beauty, that's wonderful. And it lifts us up and it keeps us going. So get out in nature. Stop. Don't get in that rut. Make sure you take care of yourself and get out in nature and just know that you're enough, Libra. Again, citrine, solar plexus. This is good for transmuting energy, energizing it, amplifying it, transmuting it, taking in EMFs, and it never needs cleansing. So this is an awesome stone for all kinds of things, but especially for your solar plexus, anything yellow. So that's for you, Libra. Alright, air signs, I hope you have a great week. I want to thank you again for being here. You can always check me out here every week. I'm going to start doing other stuff here, possibly live soon. And on my page, Winds of Intuition, where I go live every Tuesday. And then I have other things going on and off, as well as you can book private readings anytime. Just message me there. Have a great week, air signs. Blessings. See you next time.